In the first 8 slokas of the 11th chapter, we discussed about Arjuna's request to Krishna, and Arjuna wanted Krishna to show his universal form, and that is in the first 4 slokas. And in the next 4 slokas, 5 to 8, Krishna described his universal form to Arjuna. Did not show, he described his universal form. Then Arjuna sees the universal form. Now Krishna starts displaying and Arjuna sees. So Krishna is showing the universal form and Arjuna is seeing. Who will describe it now to us? Sanjaya will describe. Okay. Sanjaya describes Arjuna's vision of universal form. So far Krishna is speaking or Arjuna is speaking. Now both of them are engaged in some way. So someone has to take over, right? Someone has to narrate. Arjuna is doing it. Sanjaya is doing that now. 9th sloka. That's why Sanjaya comes into picture. Sanjaya uvacha eva muktva tato rajan mahayogeshwaro harihi darshayam asa parthaya paramam rupamaishwaram eva muktva tato rajan mahayogeshwaro harihi. After describing his universal form, that Hari, that Supreme Lord Krishna, who is Mahayogeshwara, who is the Lord of all mystic opulences, Darshayam asa parthaya, he began to display his universal form. Paramam Rupam Aishwaram. And what is that Rupam? That Rupam is a display of Parama Aishwaram, mystic, great divine mystic opulence. Okay, Krishna displayed them. And Arjuna started seeing it. What all Arjuna has seen, Sanjaya is going to describe in the next several verses. 10th sloka. Aneka vaktra nayanam aneka adbhuta darshanam aneka divya bharanam divyanekodhyatayudham divyamalyambaradharam divyagandhanulepanam sarvascharyamayam devam anantam vishvatomukham aneka vaktra nayanam. In that form Arjuna has seen. Aneka means not one, eka is one, aneka means unlimited. Okay, aneka vaktra nayanam, he has seen so many faces and so many eyes. Aneka adbhuta darshanam, he has seen so many wonderful visions. Adbhuta is wonderful, darshanam is vision. Aneka adbhuta darshanam. Aneka divya bharanam, and those forms are decorated with very divine ornaments, unlimited ornaments. Divyanekodhyatayudham, and those forms are also holding ayudhas, different divine celestial weapons, which are unlimited. Divyamalyambaradharam, and those forms are also wearing different divine garlands. Malya ambaradharam, ambara is this dress, mala is the garland. Divya gandhanulepalam, they are also anointed with this divya gandha, very divine fragrance or sandalwood. Then sarvascharyamayam devam, and these forms that Arjuna is seeing, they are filled with all kinds of wonders. Sarva ascharyamayam. Anantam vishvatomukham, it is ananta form of the Lord. Vishvatomukham means it's all pervading. You can see that form everywhere. It's not that in front of you. You turn your face like this, you can't see. No, you see there also. You turn your face like this, you will see there also. All directions are filled with these forms. Okay. So 12th sloka. Now you see, in these 2 verses, the repeated use of the word many means aneka, indicates that there was no limit to the number of hands, mouths, legs and other manifestations Arjuna was seeing. These manifestations were distributed throughout the universe, and by the grace of the Lord, Arjuna could see them while sitting at one place. Things are there all over the place, you need to go for a tour. Now you came to this land, which may be 100 acres land, and then you want to see, have a tour. It will take 1 hour for you to take the tour. You take tours, right? To different spots of this place. Now you sat at one place, everything is shown to you on a PPT, on a display. For you show PPT, but Krishna doesn't show PPT. You sit there and keep pausing in all directions. Everywhere you will see everything. Okay. 12th sloka. Divisurya sahasrasya bhaved yugapadutthitam yadi bhaha sadrishi sasyad bhasastasya mahatmanah Divisurya sahasrasya bhaved yugapadutthitam. Here, if hundreds and thousands of suns were to rise at one point, their radiance must resemble the effulgence of the Supreme Lord in this universal form. Now summer has begun. It's March now, ending of March. So it's very hot now. Now early morning we are able to tolerate the heat. So when it comes to middle of the day, 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, it becomes too hot. So when thousands of suns are there, we are not speaking about the heat, we speak about the light for now. How much effulgence will be there? So the effulgence of this universal form that Krishna displayed to Arjuna is resembling the rising of thousands and thousands of suns. Divi Surya Sahasrasya, Surya Sahasra. Surya himself is the source of all heat and light. He is the best of all luminaries. He is a representative of Krishna amongst the luminaries. Yesterday we discussed, right? And thousands of suns. Bhaved yugapaduttita. Yadi bhaha sadrishi sasyad bhasastasya mahatmanaha. So the universal form is shining with the effulgence of thousands of suns. What Krishna displayed to Arjuna was indescribable. It's very difficult to describe. Yet Sanjaya is trying to give a mental picture. And that too he is describing to Dhritarashtra, who does not have eyes. Okay? He is just giving a mental picture. He closed his eyes and meditating. And Dhritarashtra, although he opened his eyes, he doesn't have eyes. He cannot see. So now he has to tell what exactly Arjuna was seeing. That is unimaginable, inconceivable, indescribable. But they are Sanjay is making his feeble attempt to describe in some way, some resemblance he is giving. So neither Sanjaya nor Dhritarashtra were present, but Sanjaya, by the grace of Vyasa, could see what happened. Thus he now compares the situation as far as it can be understood to an imaginable phenomenon, thousands of suns. But probably thousands of suns put together also may not match the effulgence of the universal form, but he just said like that. Some comparison has to be given, right? How beautiful he is as beautiful as moon. Maybe he is more beautiful than the moon, but a comparison is given. So in such comparison, sometimes the real greatness of the object may not be completely revealed, or sometimes there could be exaggeration also. That's how comparisons are. So the object which you are describing, the person or Krishna, for example, especially spiritual subject matters, you are describing Krishna by comparing Krishna's beauty or qualities with something pleasant in this world. But those comparisons always fall short. Or you are describing a normal human being, how great he is. I went to my relative's house. His house is like Indra Bhavan. It's not like Indra Bhavan, definitely. But there's an exaggeration there. In comparisons, there is some exaggeration. In comparisons, sometimes there is not accurate presentation, right? Because you don't find an element which is matching the greatness of the object you are describing. So some indication is given. And generally people understand, oh, that's how it's great. Tatraikastham jagatkrithnam pravibhaktam anekadham apashyad devadevasya sharire pandavastada. At that time Arjuna could see in the universal form the unlimited expansions of the universe situated in one place, although divided into many, many thousands. Krishna has unlimited expansions. They are there throughout the universe, and Krishna just brought all of them together and then presented at one place. Everything in the universe is seen at one place as various parts of the body of the universal form. And so many details are there. 14th sloka. Tataha savismayavishto Hrishta Roma Dhananjaya Pranamya Shirasa Devam Kritanjalira Bhashata. Tataha savismayavishto. Arjuna's reaction after seeing this form is Vismaya avishta. Avishta means overwhelmed or overtaken by Vismaya. Vismaya means astonishment. He was overwhelmed with wonder. Hrishta Roma Dhananjaya, and his bodily hairs are standing on end. Pranamya Sirasa Devam. He bowed down in front of the Lord. In front of the universal form, he was offering obeisances. Kritanjali Rabhashata, and he folded his hands. Abhashata, he started speaking out. Now we will see Arjuna's realization as described by Sanjaya after seeing the universal form. What's the time? How much time? Okay. Shall I continue? I will continue Arjuna's realizations also. 15th verse onwards. Arjuna says, Pashyami devam-stava deva-dehe sarvams-tatha bhuta-vishesha-sanghan brahmanamisham kamalasanastham rishimsya sarvan uragamsya divyan. These are some very nice shlokas that present Arjuna's realizations upon seeing the Vishwarupa. Some are descriptive, some are just displays of his emotions. Okay. Pashyami devam stava deva dehe. O Deva, in your deha, in your body, I am able to see so many things. Pashyami devam stava deva dehe. Sarvams tatha bhuta vishesha sanghan. I am able to see bhuta vishesha sanghan, all the groups of different categories of living entities I am able to see in this one form. The stava deva dehe, pashyami devam stava deva dehe, sarvams tatha bhuta vishesha sanghan. Vishesha sanghan. Very varieties of living entities he is able to see. Those include different demigods also. He says, Brahmanam isham kamalasanastham. I could see Brahma sitting on the lotus, Kamalasana. Kamala Asana. Brahma is called Kamalasana because he sits on lotus. So, Brahmanamisham Kamalasanastham. Isha, he is able to see Shiva also. Okay. Kamalasanastham. And Rishimsya Sarvan. Arjuna could see all the sages also. Uragamsya Divyan. Uragams means all the serpents. He was able to see serpents also. Divyan, they are all divine serpents. Okay. So, like that, in one body of the Lord, in this Vishwarupa form, he is able to see all these varieties. Next. Aneka bahu daravaktra netram pashyami tvam sarvatonantarupam nantam na madhyam na punastavadim Pashyami Vishveshwara Vishwarupa. Aneka Bahudara Vaktra Netram. Aneka means unlimited. Bahu, arms, hands. Udara, bellies. Vaktra, faces. Netram, eyes. Aneka Bahudara Vaktra Netram. Pashyami Tvam Sarvato Anantarupam. I am able to see in this form, Pashyami Tvam, which is Anantarupa, which is unlimited form. I am able to see all this. I am able to see Aneka Bahu, Udara, Vaktra, Netram. Nantam, I can't see any end to this form. You see a person who is 6 feet tall, you see from top to bottom, the form is ending. Okay. You see a building which may be 10 stories, you see from here, you just raise your hand, raise your head, okay, 10-story building is there. That's how it ends. But this form is unending. He is looking in all directions, everywhere this form is there. Right? Nantam na madhyam na punastavadim. If it is everywhere, you can't understand where is the beginning, where is the end, where is the middle. So, nantam na madhyam na punastavadim pashyami Vishveshwara Vishwarupa. So, O Vishveshwara, O Lord of the entire universe, your Vishwarupa is unlimited. I am able to see hundreds and thousands of bellies and Bahu, Udara, Vaktra, Netram, all these things. Next. Kiritinam gadinam chakrinam cha tejorashim sarvato diptimantam pashyami tvam durniriksham samantat Deeptanalarkadyutimaprameyam. Aprameyam. Kiritinam. So many kiritas, crowns. Prabhupada writes helmets. So many crowns or helmets he wears. Gadinam, maces, gadas. Chakrinam, so many discs, disc weapons. Tejo Rashim, Sarvato Diptimantam. Tejo Rashim, it's a great abode of effulgence. Sarvato Diptimantam, this effulgence is illuminating all directions. Tejo Rashim, Sarvato Diptimantam. Pashyamitvam Durniriksham Samantya. Niriksha means that which is worth seeing, or that which is what means you are able to see that. Niriksham. Durniriksham means it is very difficult to behold that form. Okay. Pashyamitvam Durniriksham Samantad. If it is Durniriksham, it is very difficult to see. How is Arjuna able to see? Because Krishna has given Arjuna Divya Chakshu. So Pashyamitvam Durniriksham Samantad. Without that Divya Chakshu, he cannot see. Samantat. Everywhere he is able to see that. Deeptanalarka Dyutimaprameyam. Okay, this glowing form is everywhere, adorned with various crowns, clubs and discs, and it is spreading in all sides that effulgence like blazing fire or immeasurable radiance of sun. Deeptanalarka. Deepta anala means fire, arka means sun. Sun is glowing, how much high light it emanates, how much effulgence it emanates. Then big forest fire is there, how much light comes out of it. So like that, that much effulgence is coming from the universal form. Clear? 18th sloka. Tvamaksharam paramam veditavyam.
Tvamaksharam paramam veditavyam.
Tvamasya vishvasya param nidhanam.
Tvamasya vishvasya param nidhanam.
Tvamavyayah shashvata dharma gopta.
Tvamavyayam shashvata dharma gopta.
Sanatanastvam purusham mato me.
Sanatanastvam purusham mato me.
Tvamaksharam. This is a very beautiful prayer actually. It's a glorification. So far there is a description of Krishna's form. Now there is a description of Krishna's supremacy. So in the 15th, 16th and 17th slokas, Arjuna described the universal form that he has seen. Now in the 18th sloka, Arjuna is expressing his conviction about Krishna's supremacy. An ordinary living being cannot display such a majestic form. Krishna, this unlimited form, Aneka Bahudara Vaktra Netram Pashyamitvam Sarvato Anantarupam Nantam Namadhyam Napunastavadim Pashyami Vishveshwara Vishwarupa, and all this Kiritinam, Gadinam, Chakrinam, all these different forms that you see. An ordinary person cannot display them. So you must be the Supreme Lord. So having this conviction that Krishna is the Supreme, Arjuna is revealing that conviction in the 18th sloka. He says, Tvam Aksharam, O Lord, you are Akshara. Akshara means Kshara means that which is destructible, that can be exhausted. But this is Tvam Aksharam. You are infallible, you are indestructible, you are never deteriorated. Tvam Aksharam. Paramam, you are the Supreme, primeval Lord. Veditavyam. Veditavya means basically he is the knowable person. So he is the object of our knowledge. We can discuss more of it in the 13th chapter. But Krishna is Veditavyam. He is knowable. By whom? By people who seek liberation. All liberation seekers should know you only. Because you are the ultimate object of liberation. You are the ultimate giver of liberation. No one can liberate. Tvamasya Vishvasya Param Nidhanam. And you are the ultimate basis. Param Nidhanam is the basis of the entire universe, the resting place of the universe, the shelter of the universe. The universe is completely dependent on you. So when you say Nidhanam, Param Nidhanam, this word comes in the Bhagavatam also, first canto, 3rd chapter. Nidhanam Bijam Avyayam, especially in the 5th shloka. So Nidhanam means the abode or the treasure house, the storehouse. So all the universes, after their annihilation, they enter into Mahavishnu's body. So Tvamasya Vishvasya Param Nidhanam means this line is indicating Krishna's form as Mahavishnu, or Karanodakasaya Vishnu, who is the abode or the final destination of all the universes after their annihilation. After the universes are destroyed, they enter back into Mahavishnu's body. Thus he becomes the Param Vishwa Nidhanam. Okay? Tvamasya Vishwasya Param Nidhanam. Third line. Tvamavyaya Shashvata Dharma Gupta. Oh Lord, you are Avyaya, inexhaustible. And Shashvata, eternal, Dharma Gupta. Dharma Gupta means the person who maintains the religion. He is the one who inaugurates the religious principles, and he is the one who sustains them and maintains them. You remember from the 6th canto of Bhagavatam? What is it phrase? Dharmam ta sakshat bhagavat pranitam. So, dharma are eternal religious principles that are supposed to be followed by all human beings. That dharma is actually enacted by the Supreme Lord. Okay. So, you are the maintainer of eternal religion. Last line. Sanatanastvam purusham mato me. You are Sanatana, eternal, ancient, primeval person. So this is my opinion. Mato me. This is my opinion after seeing your universal form. So in this way, Arjuna shared his heartfelt realizations after seeing Krishna's beautiful form. Not beautiful form, very astonishing form. You may not always say. Of course, it is beautiful in various ways, but it is ghastly also. It is invoking a lot of fear also. 19th sloka. Anadimadhyantamanantaviryam anantabahum shashi netram pashyami tvam deepta hutasha vaktram Svatejasa Vishwamidam Tapantam Anadi Madhyantam. Anadi means no Adi, no origin, no beginning. Madhya, no middle also. Antam, there is no ending also. No beginning, no middle, no end. Anadi Madhyantam Anantaviryam, unlimitedly powerful. This form of this Vishwarupa. Ananta Bahum Sashishurya Netram. Ananta Bahu means unlimited arms, unlimited hands. Sashi Surya Netram. Sashi is moon, Surya is sun. Sashi Surya Netram means the eyes of this Vishwarupa are sun and moon. Pashya, next Ananta Bahum Sashi Surya Netram is over. Pashyamitvam, I am able to see this form. Deepta Hutasha Vaktram. So Deepta means blazing. Hutasha Vaktram, fire coming out of your mouth. You see some of the pictures, paintings with so many faces with fire emanating. And in that fire so many people are just burnt. Okay. So Svatejasa Vishwamidam Tapantam. By your Teja, by your effulgence, by your glory, this entire universe is filled with your radiance. Okay. So he says your strength is unlimited. In this way he describes. There is no limit to the extent of 6 opulences of the Supreme Lord. Here and in many other places there is repetition. But according to the scriptures, repetition of the glories of Krishna is not just literary weakness. It is said that at a time of bewilderment or wonder or of great ecstasy, statements are repeated over and over. Why Arjuna is describing similar things, Aneka Bahu, he mentioned, right? Again Aneka Bahu comes here. Ananta Bahum, earlier Aneka Bahum. 16th sloka says Aneka Bahu. 19th sloka says Ananta Bahu. Both are same. But that repetition is expression of wonder. 20th sloka. Dvav aprithivyor idamantaram hi vyaptam tvayekena dishascha sarvaha drishtvaadbhutam rupamugam ugram tavedam lokatrayam pravyathitam mahatman. This is 20th sloka. Although you are one, you spread throughout the sky and the planets and the space between. Dvav aprithivyor idam antaram cha. Dvav means the heaven, the sky. Prithvi is earth. Antaram cha, the middle part. Means everywhere you are spread. Okay, Arjuna is able to see all that. Now if you are standing here, you can't see, what is there in the heavenly planet now. So Arjuna was able to see entire thing in the universe at one place because he was given Divya Chakshu. Next. Vyaptam tvayaikena dishascha sarvaha. You alone are spread throughout the universe. In the sky, in the earth and in the middle, ether, everything is covered by you. Then drishtvaadbhutam rupam ugram tavedam. And this rupam is ugram also, very terrible form. Bhayanaka, ugra. So it's not very pleasant thing to look at. Okay. Lokatrayam pravyathitam mahantam. And Lokatrayam means all the three planetary systems, the middle, the upper and the lower planetary systems. All the three planetary systems are perturbed. What is that word? Use it. Pravyathitam. Pravyathitam means they are totally perturbed. Mahatman, oh Lord, your form is really causing terror in the people who are looking at, and all these three worlds seems to be troubling. It's a ghastly display of your form. So Krishna's pleasant two-handed form is not inspiring any fear in the hearts of the onlookers. But Vishwarupa can do it. Then 21st sloka he says, Amitvaham amihitvam surasangha vishanti
Amihitvam surasangha vishanti
kechid bhitaha pranjalayo grinanti
Kechid bhita pranjalo grananti
Swastityuktva maharshi siddhasangha
Swastyitva maharshi siddhasangha
Stuvanti tvam stutibhi pushkalabhi.
Stuvantitvam stutibhi pushkalabhi.
And all the hosts of demigods, they are surasangha. See, amihitvam surasangha vishanti. All the hosts of demigods are surrounding this form. And they are offering prayers to the form, the universal form. So the demigods are surrendering before the Lord and they are entering you. And some are praising you out of fear. Some people are praising the Lord. Kechit bhitaha pranjalayo grananti. Pranjali means they are offering prayers with folded hands. Bhitaha, they are in fear also. When Krishna is standing in Vrindavan, none of the Vrajavasis are fearful of Krishna. But when Krishna displays his universal form, all the demigods are fearful. All the sages are also fearful. Swastiti uktva maharshi siddha sangaha. Maharshi means great sages. Siddha means perfected beings. All these people also, they are offering praises. Swastiti uktva. They are praising and they are speaking swasti vachan. Okay. Hosts of sages and perfected beings are doing swasti, all peace, let there be peace. It seems too ghastly. Let there be peace. They are praying by singing Vedic hymns, swasti vachan. Stuvanti tvam stutibhi pushkalabhi. Vedic hymns. 22nd sloka. Rudraditya Vishvavo ye cha sadhyam
Rudraditya vasavo ye cha sadhyam
Rudradityo vasavo ye cha sadhyam
Rudraditya vasavo ye cha sadhyam
Vishvesvinau marutas choshmapascha
Vishveshano marutas choshmapascha
Gandharva yaksha surasiddha sangha
Gandharva yaksha surasiddha sangha
Vikshante tvam vismitaschaiva sarve
Vikshante tvam vismitashaiva sarve
Rudra, Aditya, Vasus and Ashvina, Maruta. So many personalities are there. Shiva, Adityas, Vasus, Sadhyas, Vishwadevas, the Ashwini Kumaras, the Maruts, the forefathers, Pitris, the Gandharvas, Yakshas, Asuras and other perfected beings, they are all beholding you in great wonder. So Arjuna could see all these big demigods also in the display. Next. Rupam mahatte bahuvaktra netram
Rupam mahatte bahuvaktra netram
Mahabaho bahubahurupadam
Mahabaho bahubahurupadam
Bahudaram bahudamshtra-karalam
Bahudaram bahudamshtra-karalam
Drishtva lokaha pravyathitas-tathaham
Drishtva lokaha pravyathitas-tathaham
Rupam mahatte bahuvaktra netram. Again Arjuna is describing this Rupam is Mahat, very great form. Bahu Vaktra Netram, so many Vaktras, so many faces are there. Netram, so many eyes are there. Mahabaho, so many arms. Bahubahurupadam. Bahubahu means so many hands. Uru, so many thighs. Padam, so many legs. Bahudaram, so many bellies. Bahudamstrakaralam, so many teeth, many teeth. Drishtva lokaha pravyathitas tadartham. Seeing all this terrible teeth and terrible legs and so many other displays, limbs of your universal form, the demigods are disturbed. They were fearful. They are totally perturbed. 24th sloka. Nabhasprusham deeptamanekavarnam.
Nabhasprusham deeptamanekavarnam.
Vyattananam deepta vishalanetram.
Vyattananam deepta vishalanetram.
Drishtva hitvam pravyathitantaratma.
Drishta hitvam pravyathitantaratma.
Dhritim na vindami samam cha Vishnu.
Dhritim na vindami shamam cha Vishnu.
Nabha sprusham deeptamaneka varnam. Nabha is sky. Sprusham means this form is touching the sky. Deeptam, very effulgent, glowing form. Aneka varnam, so many colors are displayed. Vyattananam deepta vishalanetram, and he has gaping mouths and vishalanetram, greatly glowing eyes. And drishtva hitvam pravyathitantaratma, my antaratma, my mind is totally perturbed by seeing this form. Dhritam na vindami samam cha Vishnu. I can no longer maintain my steadiness. Dhriti is steadiness or equilibrium. I am unable to maintain the equilibrium of my mind. It's too much. When you are too agitated, when you are too much subjected to astonishment, you cannot function normally. You cannot think normally. You can't be peaceful. You become so restless. That's what Arjuna is experiencing now. I am unable to maintain my steadiness anymore. I am unable to handle this vision. Then he says, Damshtrakarala nichate mukhani.
Damshtrakarala nichate mukhani.
Drishtva kala nalasannibhani.
Drishtva kala nalasannibhani.
Disho na jane nalabhe cha sharma.
Disho na jane nalabhe cha sharma.
Prasida devesha jagannivasa.
Prasida devesha jagannivasa.
Damshtra karala nichate mukhani. Damshtra means his teeth. Karalani, they are very terrible, very much invoking terror and fear in the heart of people who are looking at him. Damshtra karala nichate mukhani. Your mukha, your faces are also invoking lot of fear. Drishtva kala nalasannibhani. I can also see kalanala, the fire of death. Kal is death. Anala is fire. The fire of death I can see. Dishaha, dishona jane nalabhe cha sharma. You see, I cannot keep my balance seeing these blazing death-like faces and awful teeth. In all directions I am bewildered. Dishona jane nalabhe cha sharma. Prasida devesha jagannivasa. Oh Jagannivasa, oh Lord of Universe, oh shelter of the universe. Jagannivasa means, Nivasa is shelter. Okay, a place for dwelling. Jagannivasa means the Lord is the shelter of the universe. All the universes are there within his body. Okay, so Prasida devesha jagannivasa. Oh Lord, please show your grace. I am unable to behold this anymore. Basically he is saying, please stop this display. Multi-dimensional display that you are showing. I am unable to behold it anymore. So, and Arjuna described this Kala Rupa, the form of time. So this is called Kala Rupa. Drishtva Kala Nala Sannibhani. So this is the form of the Lord. And Krishna told Arjuna that he can see whatever Arjuna wished to see. And this indicates that see in my body the future outcomes of the war also. So far, Arjuna described his astonishment, he offered his prayers, and he described how Krishna is supreme, and he described the Kala Rupa of the Lord, which caused destruction and fear in everyone. And now Arjuna is going to see the future outcomes of the war. After Kurukshetra war, what's going to happen? That Krishna will kindly display in front of Arjuna in the next 5 slokas. 26th shloka. Ami chatvam अमी च त्वां धृतराष्ट्रस्य पुत्राः
अमी च त्वां धृतराष्ट्रस्य पुत्रः
सर्वे सहैवावनिपालसङ्घैः
सर्वे सहैवावनिपालसङ्घैः
भीष्मो द्रोणः सूतपुत्रस्तथासौ
भीष्मद्रोणसूतपुत्रस्तथासौ
सहास्मदीयैरपि योधमुख्यैः.
सहस्मदीयैरपि योधमुख्यैः.
So Arjuna is able to see all the sons of Dhritarashtra, Duryodhana, Dushasana and others. And not only them, Bhishma, Drona, Sutaputra is Karna, Tathaso, all these people, they are, and many other Yodha Mukhyaha, so many chief soldiers, they are all rushing into the fearful mouths of this universal form. Means they are going to die very soon. Vaktrani te tvaramana vishanti.
वक्राणि ते त्वरमाणा विशन्ति
दंष्ट्राकराळानि भयानकानि
दंष्ट्राकराळानि भयानकानि
केचिद् विलग्ना दिशनान्तरेषु
केचिद् विलग्ना दिशनान्तरेषु
सन्दृश्यन्ते चूर्णितैर् उत्तमाङ्गैः. So I am able to see all these great personalities and other warriors in the battlefield. They are entering your fearful mouths, and some I see trapped with their heads smashed between your teeth. So they are entering the fire which is emanating from the Lord's mouth, and the teeth are also terrible. They are sometimes being crushed in between those teeth. So like that, basically Arjuna could see the outcome of Kurukshetra war, and the outcome is the destruction of so many prominent warriors and many other soldiers also. So he did not see himself, he did not see Pandavas. He only saw all these other people who are standing against him, and on his side also he saw some people. 28th sloka. यथा नदीनां बहवोऽम्बुवेगाः
यथा नदीनां बहवोऽम्बुवेगाः
समुद्रमेवाभिमुखा द्रवन्ति
समुद्रमेवाभिमुखा द्रवन्ति
तथा तवामि नरलोकवीर
तथा त्वमामि नरलोकवीर
विशन्ति वक्त्राण्यभिविज्वलन्ति
तवसन्ति वक्त्राणि अभिज्वलन्ति
यथा नदीनां Bahavo Ambuvega, there are so many rivers. With great force, all these rivers flow towards the ocean. Okay? Although so many obstacles come on the path of these rivers, they will somehow manage to reach the ocean and merge into the ocean. Samudrameva abhimukha dravanti. They flow in the direction where ocean is there. Samudrameva abhimukha dravanti. Tatha tavami naraloka veera. In the same way, as rivers go into the ocean, I can see all these great warriors entering into your blazing mouths. Okay, this is how Arjuna is seeing. 29th sloka. Yatha pradiptam jvalanam patanga
यथा प्रदीप्तं ज्वलनं पतङ्ग
vishanti nashasya samruddha vegaah
विशन्ति नाशाय समुद्रवेगः
tathaiva nashaya vishanti lokaah
तथैव नाशाय विशन्ति लोकाः
tavapi vaktrani samruddha vegaah
तवापि वक्त्राणि समुद्रवेगः
Yatha pradiptam jvalanam patanga. I see people rushing full speed into your mouths, just like patanga. The moths dash into the blazing fire. So there are moths, certain insects called moths. They see fire and they get attracted by this vision. They get attracted by this glow of the fire, and they just rush into the fire and they will die there. Similarly, all these warriors also are entering into the fire emanating from the Lord's mouths. Okay. So yatha pradiptam jvalanam patangaha. So a moth will enter the fire only to meet its destruction. Similarly, all these warriors are also entering the fire coming from the mouth of the Lord to meet their destruction. So vishanti nashasya samruddha vegaha, with full force. So this is the destination of non-devotees. Non-devotees who do not abide by the instructions of the Lord, they have to undergo this kind of experience. Next sloka, 30th sloka. Le lihyase ग्रसमानः समन्तात्
येलीयसे ग्रसमानः समन्तात्
लोकान् समग्रान् वदनैर्ज्वलद्भिः
लोकान् समग्रान् वदनैर्जलद्भिः
तेजोभिरारूप्य जगत्समग्रम्
तेजोभिरारूप्य जगत्समग्रम्
भासस्तवोग्राः प्रतपन्ति विष्णोः
भासस्तवोग्राः प्रतपन्ति विष्णोः.
In this shloka, Arjuna said 2 points. He said, I see you devouring all these people from all sides from your flaming mouths. Leli hiyase grasamanaha samantal lokan samagran vadanair jvaladbhi. Vadanair jvala, vadana means face, jvala means fire emanating from the face. In the fire emanating from your face, you are devouring everyone. Okay, you are burning everyone. Next. Tejobhirarupya apurva apurya jagat samagram. So your effulgence is spread all over the universe by your terrible scorching rays burning it up. O Vishnu. So people are entering the Lord's mouth, which is emanating fire, and they are dying. And the Lord's effulgence is going out and then causing destruction. Fine. So in both ways, covering all the universe with your effulgence, you are manifest with terrible scorching rays. So people are entering the Lord's mouth to burn, and the Lord's effulgence is coming out and scorching the whole universe. That's how the Lord is tormenting everyone. So these are all future outcomes of war. And the last shloka in this series, Arjuna says. Arjuna doesn't say. Arjuna has these questions now. He is not explaining his experience anymore. He is just asking questions. Akhyahi me ko bhavanugrarupo
आख्याहि मे को भवानुग्ररूपो
नमोस्तु ते देववर प्रसीद
नमोस्तु ते देववर
विजन्तुमिच्छामि भवन्तमाद्यं
विजन्तुमिच्छामि भवन्तमाद्यं
न हि प्रजानामि तव प्रवृत्तिं
न हि प्रजानामि तव प्रवृत्तिम्.
So finally Arjuna says, I offer my respects unto you, O Lord. Vara prasida, please show some mercy upon me. So you're so fierce of form, please tell me who you are. Okay, I offer my obeisances unto you, please be gracious to me. You are the primeval Lord. I want to know more about you, for I do not know what your mission is. So you are Ugra Rupa, please be gracious on me, Prasida. And I have 2 questions. Who are you in this ferocious form? And what is your purpose? What is your mission? What are you trying to accomplish? Okay. So with these questions, Arjuna ended. From 32nd verse onwards, Krishna gives his reply to Arjuna. He will reveal, who am I? Basically, he will say, Kalosmi loka kshet krit pravruddho, whatever form that you have seen of me, and you have described it so nicely in the last several verses, from 19th verse onwards, that is my Kala Rupa. Kalosmi, I am the Kala, time factor, who have come to destroy everyone. All that we will discuss in the next session. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.